Alright folks, first off I want to tell you, if you're a do-it-yourselfer, this video is not for you. Matter of fact, if you can't fathom writing, if you have a family of 4 and you cannot fathom sitting down and writing out a check for 28 grand, this video is not for you. It's just going to anger you. So this is the food storage stuff for people that are wealthy, well-to-do. And the reason I'm making it is because it's probably been almost a year ago. I made a video making fun of these so-called emergency food storage things, that prepackaged, freeze-dried food, that when you read the fine print, you'll notice it says like 1,200, 1,600 calories per day. You know, if you're in an emergency situation, unless you're going to lay in bed for a year, 1,200 calories a day is barely going to keep you alive. Alright? Well, the Ready Store, I got a link to it in the more info section. I don't know where you put it. It's probably right under the video now. There's a little set of arrows you can click and it gives you more info. I've put the link there to the Ready Store. They are right now the only people that have took a realistic approach, and they have two versions: a 2,400 calorie a day emergency food storage supply, 1 year, and a 3,200 calorie per day. That being said, if you're over 50, if you're elderly or you're overweight, you could probably get away with the 2,400 calorie a day food storage thing, because the elderly, you just don't burn as many calories as fast. But if there's people in your family is going to be teenagers, young adults, people that, you know, the emergency is going to cause, you're going to be out doing more physical labor. Face it, if there's a grid down situation, stuff like that, you're going to be doing a lot of extra physical labor. So that's where the 3,200 calorie a day comes in. Probably you could use even more than that, but you know, that being said, 3,200 calories is a fairly reasonable thing. It'll keep you out of the depression, let's put it that way, from being hungry all the time. So like I say, I got the links to it. It's not cheap. This is not for the do-it-yourselfer. If you're a do-it-yourselfer and you click that link, you're going to die of sticker shock. Because for 3,200 calories for a year's supply at that freeze-dried food is over 6 grand. Like I said, you know, hey, if you're not one of those people that, you know, of course the people that's buying this is also going to think nothing of, you know, writing out $20,000 for a set of solar panels. But this video, for people like you that have the money, that want top quality 30-year shelf life items that you can, you know, the UPS man will come, well, I don't know if it's UPS, it might be freight. Freight guy's going to come, prepackaged boxes, you don't have to think nothing about it. You'll stick these in your basement and, you know, tape the receipt inside the box. So 20 years from now, it's got a 30-year shelf life, so 20 years from now, I mean, you can buy it new again and take the old stuff and give it to the homeless shelter. That way I know you rich folks love tax deductions, so you can write off all that stuff you just bought, you know, if you never have to use it. Give it to the homeless. Therefore, you have made your little heart feel good and fed some homeless people and wrote it off on your taxes, what you just bought. And it's like a fire extinguisher. Hopefully you'll never have to use it. Unless you go camping a lot. You better get extra. Now, one thing I do want to say about this, the Ready Store calls it the Extreme Prepper. So when you go to the Ready Store, you'll have to look on the Extreme Prepper. That's what they call it, Extreme Prepper. I still beg to differ. This is not extreme. If you wanted to go extreme, in my book, you would do the 3,200 calorie thing for 7 years. I would go biblical. They could rename it the Biblical Prepper. That's what you call it, the Biblical Prepper, where you have 7 years. You know, these 3,200 calories for. Let's say you have a family of 4. That means you'd have to have, you know, you'd have 4 times 7 of them. All right. In other words, you'd have 28 years 28 1-year supplies. Don't even ask to get the calculator out. I mean, but if there's people out there, believe it or not, that have this kind of money. I'm not. I'm one of the ones that have to count on, growing food and stuff like that. Otherwise, other than that, my year's supply of, just the grains and rice and beans is going to get kind of old. Believe me, if I was one of the wealthy ones, I would buy the year's supply. I would have a whole basement full of freeze-dried stuff. But I'm not one of those wealthy ones. So don't look at me if you want to see a video of me doing a review of the Extreme Prepper food supply. It's not going to happen. You will not see me doing a review of this truck unloading all these cases of food. Just won't happen. But for those of you out there that can, hey, it's a prepackaged thing. You don't have to worry about it. You just tell these people, say, I got a family of 4. I want a year's supply of the Extreme Prepper. These people will package it up, send it to you. Of course, you'll probably already have somebody at your house to unload it for you. You put it in the back of the basement down there and cover it up with a tarp and forget about it. Just forget about it. You've already got your swimming pool out back for emergency water storage. You got your Olympic indoor swimming pool ready. So yeah. And like I said, if you're any of my regular viewers that have watched the video so far, do not click on the link. Just don't even worry about it. You're not going to enjoy what you see.